Constipation is very common. In fact, it affects people of all ages. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get rid of it and prevent it. I will discuss 4 best natural remedies to treat occasional constipation at the end of this video. Now, before we begin, let's first define what constipation actually is. Remember, we're all different, so we all have different toilet habits. But generally speaking, constipation is when you go to the toilet less often to empty your bowels, or when you're passing hard, painful stools. The normal frequency of bowel movements is anywhere from 3 bowel movements in a day to 3 bowel movements in a week. Now, there are so many different causes for constipation in adults, and sometimes there is no obvious reason. But some of the most common causes include a lack of fiber, not eating enough fruits and veggies, dehydration, and ignoring the urge to go. Now, the good news is that constipation can usually be treated at home with simple lifestyle changes, as long as you're having constipation occasionally and not in a chronic fashion. And we are going to talk about these next. But if these do not help enough, I will also talk about laxatives that you can buy over the counter. Tip number 1. A really simple way to help reduce straining is, when you're trying to empty your bowels, raise your feet. So when you're sitting on the toilet seat, have a stool there and place your feet on that and try and make your knees come above your hip. And by doing this, you will straighten out the anorectal angle, and this causes the stool to pass through much more easily. Alright, let's move on to tip 2. Now, to make your stools softer and easier to pass, you need to drink more fluids. Try to aim for 8 glasses daily. And to help your stools retain more fluid, you need more fiber. That means more fruits, more veggies, more oatmeal. Tip 3. Increase your activity. So do more regular walking, more regular exercise. It is going to reduce the time it takes for the food to pass through your large intestine, and you will have an easier time using the restroom. The reason for this is that the more time the food spends in the large intestine, the drier your stool would become, and you will have a more difficult time passing dry stools. So now, if the diet and the lifestyle changes are not helping you, then laxatives are a type of medication that can help the bowels empty more regularly. Medications like Miralax. However, I would advise everyone to speak to their doctor first before buying and using any over-the-counter laxatives. There are multiple kinds of laxatives available in the market. Make sure that you talk to your doctor and get the one that is suitable for you. Also remember that some of the laxatives are only to be used for a short period of time, as those can be habit forming. Again, talk to your doctor and make sure the ones that you're buying do not have such side effects. Right now, let's talk about the different over-the-counter laxatives and how they work. I think it will be very useful for you to know. So first, we've got bulk forming laxatives such as psyllium husk, also known as isabgol. Now, the way these work is very similar to when you increase the fiber in your diet. It is going to help your stool retain more liquid, so it is easier for your bowels to push the stool out. Remember that these kind of bulk forming laxatives do take 2 to 3 days for these to work. They can also increase bloating and gas. But the good news is this does settle over time. Next one is osmotic laxatives such as lactulose, which soften your stools and make those easier to pass by retaining more water in the bowels. This is by a process called osmosis, hence the name osmotic laxatives. The osmotic laxatives also can take a couple of days to work. It is also important to drink plenty of fluids with these. Third class of laxatives is stimulant laxatives like senna. These speed up the bowel movements. Now, this is caused by stimulating your GI tract and causing it to contract. Now remember, because of these contractions, it can cause abdominal cramping. Another important thing to remember is it can take up to 12 hours to work. We have stool softeners like DOcS&x sodium, which increase the fluid content of hard and dry stools, making them easier to pass. Alright, now the best part. 4 best natural beverages to relieve your occasional constipation. First one, prune juice. Prunes and prune juice contains sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that acts as a mild laxative. Drinking prune juice can help promote bowel movements and help relieve constipation. The important thing to remember is the sorbitol, because it is a sugar alcohol, can indeed cause bloating in some people. Second, lemon water. It is a refreshing beverage that can help stimulate digestion and relieve constipation. Consider drinking fresh lemon juice in a glass of warm water first thing in the morning. Third, ginger tea also has laxative effects and can help relieve constipation by promoting bowel movements. And And the fourth one, aloe vera juice. It contains compounds that can help soothe and stimulate the GI tract, making it a natural remedy for occasional constipation. Drink a small amount of aloe vera juice mixed with water to help alleviate your occasional constipation. And that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comment section and I will try my best to answer those. If you like the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next video.